Vice, the bubbly girl that brought us into the world of Astra. Her kit is effective, dealing up to 18 hits with her active. Her damage stacks as well, but they are cleared by the end of the round. A self-sufficient kit most suited for our starter Aurorian. The first straight-up banner in the game, and I still do not have her. Teleporting and converting an entire row to blue is very impressive. Capped by max BT preemptive strike though. At least you pair well with your best friend, so you two can stand side by side. Let's be honest with ourselves, these lot are 3 stars. Unless you have abilities on par with these lot, all of you are exactly the same. She has a rather unique skill of clearing broken tile effects, and is able to use her active to any target ignoring enemy defense. Her passive however doesn't stack easily in Calamity Codex. That plus her niche skill makes her somewhat forgettable. She is hot, she loves to tease you and is stupidly overpowered. Not only her mirage lets you deal double damage, it can also convert plus burst down enemies, and the fact she only has a 2-turn cooldown is ridiculous. Seriously, if you have the chance, go and get her. Converts maximum cross range to blue tiles. Has the highest damage of the 4 cross converters and can attack diagonally. Normally I would put him on the highest tier, but only cause of a certain thrill seeker. He barely has lost his top spot. Who knew a summoner in this game will be so OP? She summons up to 2 Frankles and deals AoE damage to enemies. And every time anyone uses their skills, Frankle deals damage as well. She can team up with anyone with low cooldown actives. These pets are really good boys. S tier. She is truly the unbeaten queen of the north. At only BT3 she converts 4 targeted tiles preemptively. Her equipment also lets other Water Aurorians deal more damage. Once you get BT3 she is pretty much irreplaceable. How is this character only a 4-star? She increases team damage based on number of water tiles on the field, and using her active reduces enemies' attack and defense. Please Tour Dog give us a skin for her, cause this sad girl really deserves one by now. Her chain combo stacks and do not clear immediately, making her attacks and active more powerful over time. She's strong, but she's a bit too basic, eventually power creeped by better snipers. Similar to Conley, but his overall kit is very lackluster. If Conley is power creeped, he is overshadowed to irrelevancy. I like the double hit from his equipment, and the additional chance of dealing more damage is very nice. But teleporting to me feels more utility than attacking. Even the 600% damage is less appealing than some of the other teleporters. Her equipment is only useful when the team's HP is full, and her active can only hit a quadrant from where she's standing. Compared to her actual powers in the anime, she is a lot more underwhelming here in Astra. Converts tiles on enemies' feet to blue, and deal damage to them for every blue tile they are standing on. Basically, he is unusable. Even I have to give some sympathy points for being a collab character. He is popular amongst the ladies for a very good reason. He is the definition of a pretty boy. Marking an enemy to deal additional combo damage with splash is very decent. It's a shame that his equipment cannot be fully utilized, and that drags him down quite a bit. The Persona 5 characters all have the exploit weakness ability, which on paper does sound very strong, but it does take a while to reach 100 stacks, and he is the only one that doesn't have a free range active skill. At least he is a lot better than the previous collab. He can trigger 2-time chain combos, and also his equipment has a pain splitter effect that can trigger every turn. It's no surprise at this stage about how important these supporters are, and Hydrad is no exception. Jane has an interesting loophole in Calamity Codex. By using her active she leaves a mark on enemies, and since bosses don't die the mark stacks over time and increase team damage. Whether it is feasible needs to be tested, but at least she's usable, I guess. In concept, captain swapping is an effective skill, and we see other Aurorians getting buffs for becoming captain. But Water Element alone only has 2 Aurorians with such ability, making her mostly unusable. Most 5-star converters have very decent equipment. Fright on the other hand is not one of them. Bosses especially in Calamity Codex are not affected by this status. Compared to other water converters he certainly gets outclassed. You can stand alongside your fellow pretty boy. This duo have the same attack range as some other Aurorians, but being a 4-star reduces their total attack power. The plus side is they can convert 2 tiles to blue in the area of attack. If you want something different they are not a bad choice. I'm sorry pink hair fans out there, I just really hate the small chance to generate tiles archetype, and Miss Shenny is no exception. For a 4-star honestly she does a lot of work. Converts 4 tiles, makes 2 of them enhanced and increases the team's attack. It's a shame her conversion clashes with some of the stronger converters. If not she will be placed higher.
Oh my god!
Never mind, she's actually great. Let me break down her kit into simple terms. She can throw her umbrella and attack diagonally, or retrieve the umbrella and deal massive damage. Being able to change mode depending on the situation makes her a very flexible DPS. Some people may argue that Auroria is better than Noah, but not really for Calamity Codex. Every boss has a turn that they deal unavoidable mass damage, so having a shield prepared for that attack is slightly better than mediocre healing. We all know that she is the best combined teleporter and healer, and can be used in 2 different element setups. Plus she can provide shield upon her active skill, making her one if not the best supporter in the entire game. Raphael is an interesting case. Without preemptive strike she takes a long time to reset tiles. Her healing is decent, but with the clunkiness of her entire kit, I would rather use other Aurorians unless in specific stages. Out of all of the old seals, I see everyone use Regal the most, and rightfully so. One of the easiest to set up with insane damage in return. And who doesn't love big numbers? Double S tier. Ruby is Barton but with much more versatility, able to convert in cross or X shape. Not attacking diagonally is also compensated by inflicting more damage. If you get her to BT3 she is gonna be your go-to converter. Like Nikimi's, she is a defensive converter, increasing the team's defense based on HP lost. The reduction of damage may seem detrimental to her kit. I'll take it over column or row chain combos. At least it guarantees me some damage when in range. Girona's marks stack and increase her damage up to 30%. Teleporting also allows her to set up for more damage. But these 2 take time and other better detonators have been released. She's not out of the game though, she's still a fine teleport DPS. One of the few Aurorians who can activate her active multiple times, but your equipment is weak and your teleport is limited range. Maybe just stick to being a courier, alright? The first of the Alter Aurorians, and what an upgrade this is. She can stack up to 99 times, making her damage capacity almost unimaginable. Able to use her skill every 2 turns means her damage keeps on increasing, and her chain combo hits more every 3 tiles. It's a shame that we won't get her breakthroughs anytime though, but she will get there eventually. She can generate marks that can be activated to deal damage. Passing through them will also create a shield. Being a defensive sniper is really nice. Need to use her more, but for now she's decent. To be honest, I never thought this spoiled brat could be a 6-star. She does a lot of things, reduces enemies' defense, attacks adjacent tiles, and increase elemental counter damage. The bait value does take a while to stack and needs time to deal more damage. All things considered, she can be proud of herself.